They're gone. They're all dead.
Ripper killed me again, Mom!
Kids. Now here's Ripper.
Don't move! Don't make a lie! Don't Day summer hut with the cattle so fast. Enemies trail, they know she won't live. Smoking the wind, radar locks in. One wrong move, and she's fading away.
Hey team, this is Ripper here. You guys are doing fantastic today. Got a fun video replay that actually had a very awesome kind of engaging battle. Learn a lot from it. You can learn a lot from it too. And it's just a blast. And then also showcasing how the Gdańsk, really a powerful destroyer at tier 10, can be, especially in rank these days. But as always, before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. You see value what we're doing here today. Smash those buttons, leave a comment. Thanks for stopping by and appreciate your support. And I hope you enjoy the show. So let's get right to it. This match was very interesting. First of all, never ever give up. If you think the game is pretty much over, someone on the other opposing team, you'll see it in the comments, check it out, that they actually call the game by saying, hey, you know what, don't worry, my team will throw. And like I said, it's that common these days in World of Warships where you literally can have a team that can just all of a sudden throw the game, or the odds just swing in your favor all of a sudden, and it's pretty wild what it can do. And that's why I say never give up. All right, we lose our destroyer right off the bat. Now, let me just let you on a secret here. Don't do what that Shimakaze player just did. Running to your death, trying to go in there without knowing what's available, what's against you. A Smolin on the opposing team, you never ever just rush into a cap and think that, oh, I'm safe. And everybody's complaining about it. And everybody's going to get mad at you, everything and so forth. And you get nothing out of it. You just die right off the bat. You get sent back to port, and now you leave 5 other players to go fend for themselves. Now, again, you think that just because I've always said, you know, if you lose a destroyer, you kill the destroyer, the odds are going to stack in the favor of the team that killed the destroyer, because the destroyer is the key component of the game, and once those go down, pretty much you can understand that the odds will then sway heavily on the team that keeps its destroyers alive. So that's my point of that right there. So again, that was a good lesson of what not to do. Not to rush into a cap, especially the Shimakaze. That's why I don't play Shimakaze. It's just, like I said, you see that often so many times. Shimakaze's running in just to go die. They think they're concealment. They think they're alive, and so forth. All right, here we go. Gdańsk right here. Again, another Shimakaze player wants to play with the Gdańsk. So he is now being spotted. Now, you have to know what's on the opposing team. What do I say when you first start off? Always hit the tab button and find out who's on the opposing team. Notice that we have a Smolin and a Gdańsk, both radar destroyers, so you pretty much got to keep your eye and head on a swivel. At least this Shimakaze was smart enough not to rush into his death, because as soon as I pop that radar, boom, it lasts about 12 seconds. For what I built for it, you'll see my build at the end of the video. This radar will last 12 seconds, goes out to 9 kilometers. So I'll basically spot everybody right off the bat while I get detected. Now, I out DPM a Shimakaze greatly. I also out DPM majority of the cruisers and battleships out here, and I just burn them to death. Shimakaze torpedoes right there. And now I'm just going to push the objective, because why? Look at where also, here's another thing not to do. Battleships that are hiding behind islands and running away. I mean, look at the opposing team. At least they're moving forward, pointing forward, right? Not kiting away. But that is the nature of World of Warships. So guess what? We're going to use that to our advantage, since I know battleship players seem to all function the same way. I'm just going to literally just melt and spam. I'm obviously going to pick this fight because the Shimakaze will not be able to outgun me or do anything against me. So pretty much I reign the entire flank over here. And this is what the Gdańsk excels at, is this Mogador Kleber style of gameplay where you can stay off at long ranges, great standoff, and then you can burn everybody down with your 139mm guns. Yep, 139mm guns that do 23% mil pen and 11% fire damage. So you pretty much can take care of everything on the face of the map here. And look, again, look at what my comparable's doing. Look what my Yamato's doing. Please don't do that and a Schlieffen running in the back. Now, you think the game is pretty much over, right? Hold the phone there. Just like the opposing team said, I'll take a look at it. This guy's yelling, saying, what are you three doing in the back? Exactly, I agree. What are they doing back there? And I'm going to show you what the opposing team did. The opposing player said, don't worry, we'll throw the game. I forgot what I'll show it later. The Libertad, basically. Yeah, wait, here it is. Wait, my team will throw. I'm going to take a snapshot of that. Yeah, that's so funny. The Libertad actually called it correctly because this will be a throw, and we'll see how it develops out, what you can do to get throw games like this. Because one, never give up. And number two is always, pick your battles. Obviously, I'm not going to go, I can go toe-to-toe with Shimakaze, but I have to use my radar to spot him because he outspots me greatly, heavily. His detection is 5.6. My detection is 8.9, or I forgot, 8.6 or 2 or something like that. Something ridiculous, right? So I know I'm not going to out-detect him, so I have to use my radar, my advantages to the best of my ability. Now, William DeHurst, obviously broken battleship here with the airstrikes. I know that he just fired and he's flooding. So if he, oh yeah, I don't know if that's a flood. Is that a flood? How is he flooding? I don't remember torping about it. Anyways, basically, what happened is he fired, his smoke plume gave it his position away, now I can farm for free. Now, he's smart enough to know, no, don't fire again and blind. If he blind fires, I can just shoot and farm him again. So I'm not going to pick that battle. Again, the Shimakaze is probably torping my smoke. So again, as always, as a good destroyer player, keep on the move. Always stay mobile. Get into a position where you can be best effective. Again, nobody's spotting for me over here. Another thing for your team not to do is help your teammates out. Spot for your team. My God, if you can't spot a battleship, you're doing something wrong as a battleship and destroyer player. You can't see anybody. All right, now look at this engagement. Smolin is coming over to help because he knows that I'm the biggest threat on the team right now. So guess what? He has to come over and help. Now, he underestimated the firepower of his counterpart European destroyer here, where look at the amount of firepower that the Gdańsk can bring to the table. And I've got engine boost running, so I'm literally heading 45, 47 knots away. His engine boost probably is not going right now, so he's on cooldown. So he is not able to disengage very well. And that was the downside of the Smolin because it's a very slow ship, actually, without the engine boost. So, and he stopped firing because he knows his range is not going to be able to surpass my range. It goes out to 14.4 kilometers. So any kind of damage I do at these ranges, I have the advantage right now. And it pays off in the long run because why? That damage can't come back. He probably used up all his heals. He's probably just trying to survive now, and now I've disengaged. All right, so let's, again, what am I going to do now? I'm going to turn back around and engage Bravo again, because why? Finally, my Yamato actually pulls up, and then look at that. Incomparable takes out the Vrese. Finally, the battleships are coming into the game, after, 10 minutes of sitting in the back. Now what we're going to do as a good destroyer player, we're going to go in and take Bravo cap, spot, and so forth. I got my radar. I got one left, so I got to use this wisely, right? I've got the engine boost, and I've got smoke. So smoke is also great. That's why I think Gdańsk is kind of busted, because it's got all these gimmicks where you have smoke, you have radar, you have engine boost, torpedoes, great firing guns, you got speed. It's literally got everything you want as a great Smolin player would want. If a Smolin had a smoke, this is it. This is what the ship would look like right here. So what are we doing? We basically recapped all the points now, and then win con is in our favor. So what is the enemy team going to do? They're probably going to go push us into us right now. So I'm going to pop the radar. Boom. He's got about 11,000 health. I can get 3 salvos off. So let's see how much damage I can do. I got to make these shots count. There's 1. There's 2. And then there's 3. I totally whiffed on the last one there. All right, we're going to have to use this smoke to our advantage here and use it as best I can before the torpedoes are coming our way. I'm going to count to about 10, and then I'm going to give it, blast this guy out of the water, and then I'm going to accelerate out of here. So let's see, he's at 21,000 health. Fine. Oh, we get finally a nice shot from our friendly there, and he goes down. We're now radar. Now, this sucks. I'm stuck in my smoke. Nobody's spotting for me. Yamato goes down. I'm the last guy over here. Now, basically, I have to commit everything to this shot right. I have to get out of my smoke. He's firing AP. I don't know why. It should have been firing HE the whole time. That would have saved him right there. I'm out of my smoke. He's now spotted. 5,000 health. I think I can get at least 2 salvos on him to kill him right here, unless he maneuvers. And last shot in the air, and that is it right there. Flesh Moon, 116,000 damage. And that right there wins us the game right there. Had the Smolin stayed alive, we probably would have lost, because he probably would have melted the comparable, and Shimakaze would have tore. But we literally saved the game right there, and that is what you do as a good destroyer player. And there it is. The other team is just like caps fall apart, players freeze, don't attack other. I mean, I don't know what else to say. This is the way the games are these days. It's very frustrating. I totally agree. If I was on the opposing team and I was about to rank out and I saw this happen, so pissed. You would think that, oh, it's in the bag, right? Never, ever, ever give up. So what do we recap there? As a good destroyer player, 1, spot to your team, be on the move, stay mobile, kill the destroyers first, obviously, but don't kill yourself. Then, obviously, then you're going to have to spot for a team and get them motivated, give them the confidence to push up finally, and then using smokes and radar as best needed. And, of course, number 1 in the team, because we did pretty much a majority of the work right there to support our team and keep literally both destroyers at bay, killed a battleship, and then of course we had to get everybody moving forward. And then thank goodness that the opposing team actually capped Charlie there. Otherwise, this game would have been over. But the build will be at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Got out something out of that. The Gdańsk, one of the most powerful and broken ships out there. I personally think it's still strong, super powerful. But people take it into competitive all the time. But until next time, guys, I'll see you guys soon, and I'll do another video on a review on any other ships I find. And until next time, you guys stay safe, and talk to you soon. Cheers.